Hi, I'm Ms. Boone. Today we're going to look at cubic functions with... Hi, I'm Ms. Boone. Today we're going to look at cubic functions and we're going to look at the sine diagram and also how to use the CAS to sketch these. What is a sine diagram? So here we have a cubic function that goes through alpha, beta, gamma, so just three numbers. A sine diagram is something that you use so that you can figure out whether you're going under or over the x-axis. So we can read this. A sine diagram is a number line diagram which shows when an expression is positive or negative. The following is a sine diagram for a cubic function, the graph of which is also shown. So for example, here we have sketch 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 7x plus 20. So in this example, we can find the first factor. And we can see minus 1 gives us a remainder of 0. So the first factor is x plus 1. By the way, this is example 5 because it's the second part of the previous video. And we do long division. So x into what is 2x cubed? That's 2x squared. 2x squared times all of that gives me plus 2x squared there. Minus 11 minus 2 is minus 13. And then x times minus 13x gives me that. Multiply through, we get minus 13x squared minus 13x. 7 minus minus 13 is 20. So then we have 20 over there. It's been shifted a little bit, so just be careful. As long as you get to 0, then you should be pretty happy because you know you've done the working out right. Okay, so now we have our two factors. I'm using cross method. You can use whatever method you want to factorize that last section over there, which is there. So now we have the two intercepts. So 1, 5 over 2, and 4. And for the y-intercept, let x equal 0. So 1 times minus 5 times minus 4 is 20. So the x-intercept, as I mentioned, the value is there. And now we can use a number line or sine diagram to figure out what our graph will look like. So we put the intercepts in, so minus 1, 5 over 2, or 2.5 and 4. And then we start looking at, I'm just moving it up there so we have more space for working out. We're looking at what value is y before this dot, what value of y is between these two dots, what value of y is between these two dots, etc. So we're going to pick any number. So before minus 1, let's pick, so we know it goes through those three spots. So before minus 1, let's pick the easiest number we can think of is minus 2. And we can use a CAS for this. So I'm going to use a CAS to work out all these values. Otherwise, it's going to take too long. So I've typed in the equation. And to get that little bar, you go to Mac 3, little bar, and then x equals 2, negative 2. So I've gotten that. And then for the next value, which is between minus 1 and 2.5, I'm going to let it equal to 0. So 0, enter, I have 20. And then I'm going to try again for a value between that dot and that dot. So I can try 3, which is minus 4. And then past 4, I can try another value, it's just 5. And then it's a positive number. So let me put that away and then show you how I would write it. Okay, so those values, so the first value was negative, so we know that before here it's negative. Then I plugged in 0, I got 20, so we know it's positive, so it's up here. So if it was negative, then I would have put a line there, but it's positive, so up there. So between negative 1 and 5 over 2. Now I pick a number above that, I pick 3, so it'll be negative, so it'll be at the bottom. And then for 5, it will be with the positive, so it's up there. So I know my graph is going to look like that, which it does. Ta-da! So you can use the CAS, and I've screenshotted the CAS to find other things such as the turning point. So let me bring it up and show you what I mean. So you can go to main and click on sketch and then look for gsolve, or you can go to, oops, clicking on the wrong screen, graph and table, so over here. And then in graph and table, I can type in that equation and then hit enter down here. And then I can click on this graph button in the corner to sketch it. And once it's sketched, I can analyze it. So I'm going to follow these instructions here. So analyze, then gsolve, and then if I want to find, for example, a maximum, that will give me that turning point there. If I wanted to find the minimum, again, gsolve, whoops, just click cancel if you stuff it up like I did. And if I want that in the other spot, I will go minimum, and I can find gsolve, intercepts, and I keep pressing that. Gsolve, I can find X and Y values, or I can find intercepts as well. It's pretty handy. But take out the calculator and try it out yourself. I've screenshotted what I did, and it's minimum maximum to find those two values. Make sure you're able to read the X and the Y coordinate. They're found down there in your CAS calculator. And I'll see you next time. Bye!